Welcome to the Tomosi Business Training Series. The basis of these sessions is to support the Tomosi Group staff and management to raise their capabilities and performance. This is also a platform to share our experience with young entrepreneurs making an effort to build their startups in Uganda and across Africa.
Hello, our topic today is building your presentation skills. First things first. Building your presentation skills, first things first. The idea behind presenting anything to a group of people or an individual is to help them change their thinking and perception about what you're selling to them, who you are, and the ideas you represent, and how they view those ideas in relation to what you're looking for from their perspective. You're trying to convince them to see the world using your bifocal lenses, if I can use that expression. Remember, each of us is socialized culturally, mentally, and even spiritually to think about things, events, situations, people, and to act in a certain way, a particular way, often different on account of these grounds from yours. They believe their way is the right way for them, and even they think it represents their view of truth. Now, given the multiple offers people get in services and products, given their varying levels of choice and decision making, the idea that the people you present to know what they are looking for, even if they actually don't. If you remember our customer service session in the month of April, I think, the one about customers often not knowing what they want until marketeers or producers of goods and services have given them options. But given this situation, then enters you, Mr. X or Miss Y, you enter the situation with all this confusion and you want to change people's thinking. It's a tough call and it cannot be taken lightly. And I'm glad we are talking about presentation. Now, if you have been convinced before by someone to change from the use of one type of product that you have known for many years to change to another completely different, very unknown to you, you might remember the mental steps that you took in order to realign your brain, your emotions, your financial planning, your physical space. All these pathways have to be adjusted in order for you or your mind to accept this new reality. If you understand this, then you know what I'm talking about. If you've gone through this situation, you know what I'm talking about. Even if you don't instinctively or even in the natural recognize these steps your mind went through, I should remind you that they are so rooted in your consciousness and there's always resistance to change. This is what presentation feels like when you face a new audience asking to do a new task. And let me warn you, and this goes into audiences and audience stratification, which I'm not sure we've gone through before, maybe under customer service, but let me warn you that the older the people get, the more resistant they are to change, because you're asking them to act outside their norm, outside their schedule, outside their style, to take a new product. It disrupts years of mental conditioning they have had in using certain things or doing activities in a particular way. So today, I will share with you only 3 steps to overcome this inertia, this resistance, the things I call first things first. Number 1, preparation. When you go to see a doctor, The reason they ask you several questions, they check your heart pulse, they check your body temperature, they measure your weight, they take a look at your pressure levels. They do many things before they prescribe any form of treatment. The reason they do this is that they're trying to establish the condition of you as a patient before they suggest anything. If a physical examination and the checking of vital function is conducted but it still leaves unanswered questions, a good doctor will ask for a blood test or even more tests. What the doctor is doing is to move you, the patient, from the known, even with himself, so that he or she does not speculate, and take you to the unknown, doing further investigation before they can prescribe a cure. Now, likewise, you must not present to people or institutions that you have not fully investigated, that you have not fully established their key needs, including doing rehearsals before you are in that room. If I keep the example of a doctor, if a patient goes beyond simple prescriptions and they need something like surgery, the process of preparation does not change. Instead, the stakes are raised even higher. The theater team, along with the nursing crew, they prepare vital equipment that is needed in the room. They get the various medication for the patient in the right amount as prescribed. They get all the pre- and post-operational needs of the patient listed and known to all in the room. They get the dressing gowns of the operating team. The doctors are veiled in a clean condition. They make the sanitary condition of the theater checked, on and on and on and on. This is all preparation. Now, please, note in this example that it is not just the knowledge and experience of the doctor, who many people focus on, important as it is, that makes an operation successful. No, it is a combined effort of the entire team and its preparatory procedures. The lack of this kind of preparation for a doctor or the medical team can produce worse consequences to both the hospital, especially in legal suits, or long-term loss of customers, even terribly the patients who go to this hospital. But this is not unlike a business pitch. While you might not literally die in the presentation room, the business you represent and your personality will suffer a slow, progressive death. A terrible situation, I imagine. I suggest a terrible situation to imagine. I suggest many of us are either lazy or do not like perhaps to compete for the clients, the best of clients who require significant preparation, or we take prospective customers for granted. Almost like, all will be well, no matter the level of investment we have made in preparation. Now, let me tell you, good preparation is such a significant portion, if not all it takes, to win. Please do not confuse preparation with dress code, the look and feel of your website, your voice, the looks, all those things that people focus on. All these are good and they should be great given they are your confidence enhancers, but they cannot replace a detailed investment in inquiry, in the thinking, and in all the effort to try out new ways in all that you can build a great pitch to your prospect. Now, this should be done way ahead of meeting the client for a physical session, or these days, online presentation. Your website, your social media handles, where many young people incorrectly assume is where preparation should be, your maintenance of a clean office, a good working environment, how you handle those who show up at your workplace, how you measure activity against time consumed, etc., etc. All these are part of the overall tasks you must do for preparation. This is because you cannot offer what you don't have. Please have these external things very well done, but you must still invest time in preparing for the pitch as a team. Have a team leader focused on bringing all the needs together and measuring progress daily on each task given out. In the end, ensure you have a lead presenter, a very confident man or woman who understands and believes the work of the team and what you have spent in time and resources researching and organizing. They must be mature enough to handle the sparring and objections that will inevitably happen during the presentation without cracking.
Enjoyed this session? We would like to hear from you. Please give your feedback using the Google form attached or email us at info@tomosigroup.ug and visit our website on www.tomosigroup.ug or tune into the Tomosi Business Series on Facebook and YouTube to enjoy more of our weekly training podcasts. You can also visit our offices at Tomosi Business Park, Luzira, Port Bell Road, or call 0789 901 356.